We are now going to have a look at doubling. So, what is doubling? Well, doubling is simply when you have one thing and then you have another thing that is exactly the same. So here I've got a double. I've got two tokens that are exactly the same, and that is my double. I've got two exactly the same. And we can double objects, but we can also double numbers. So today we are going to be thinking about doubling some numbers. And I've got some number cards here. And the way that we're going to play this game is that I'm going to turn my number cards over like this. And I'm simply going to pick one of my number cards. I've picked up the number 5. And so my job now is to double the number 5. Doubling 5 just means that I've got 5 and I'm going to have another group of 5 as well. So I've got 2 5s. And the way that I'm going to find the answer to double 5, which is 5 and another 5, is I'm going to use some objects to help me. Now you can see I've got some counters here. These are actually counters from a Connect 4 game. So if you're struggling to find some counters at home, you can just get some out of a game and that will help you. Or you could use something like pasta shells or buttons or pom-poms, anything really, just as long as you've got something to help you count. Now I'm using these counters because they're in 2 different colours. I'm going to find my first group of 5 with my red counters. 1, 2, I'm going to put it this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just check. Always check. Line them up nice and neatly. Remember, we keep our maths neat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I've got my first 5. But I want to double that. So remember, double is where you have 2 exactly the same. So now I'm going to get another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why don't I do that? Then it's the same. There we go. So I've got 5 here and I've got 5 here. So I have doubled my 5. 5 add 5. Oh, I could do my add symbol in the middle, couldn't I? That's double 5. So all we have to do now is add them all up together. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So double 5 equals 10. Now if I can count on, then what I could do is I could just say, I know that's 5, 5, and then I'm going to count on from my 5. So I'm going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I land at the same number. So that is how we find double 5 using objects. Shall we play the game again? I'm going to take my counters off, rub my board, and I'm going to pick another number. Let's go with 1. Double 1. This one should be quite quick to solve. So I'm going to have 1 on this side, and I'm going to have 1 on this side because we're doubling. So 1 add 1 equals 1, 2. That was an easy one. Double 1 equals 2. Now let's try one last one. Oops. Let's pick another number card. Which one will we go with? Oh, double 0. It's interesting. So we're going to have double 0. So that means I have to have 0 here. And I also have to have 0 here. So we've got 0 add 0. So how many counters do I need for 0? Well, I don't need any. So I'm not going to put anything here. And what about here? I'm not going to put anything there either because it's telling me to not put anything there. It's a funny one to solve. So I've got nothing and I'm adding nothing. So my answer must be nothing? Yes, it's absolutely right. 0 add 0 equals 0. Double 0 equals 0. That's a funny one. Right, so that is how we double using objects. So why don't you have a go at playing this game? Get some number cards, turn them over, pick one, use your objects to find double of the number that you have picked, and see if you can write down a number sentence to double that number.